Hi everyone, today I am going to tell you the story from uh, Vikramaditya and Vatrisha Simhasana. So, let me begin the story of the waver. So, after a few days, once again King Bhoja tried to ascend the throne. At that time, another statuette came out and said, "O king, do you have the quality of magnanimity like Vikram?" Then immediately Bhoja said, "O statue, what is magnanimity? And uh, how do you say that Vikramaditya possessed this magnanimity? Can you tell me the tale?" Then, in front of all the courtiers, happily the statue began the story of Vikramaditya. She said, "O king, there has never been a king like Vikramaditya. And for him, the whole earth was his family. He never thought of us and them. He never differentiated us and them. And not only that, he was always thinking about his supplicants. So God always fulfills the wishes of those who were allotted for the welfare and the benefits of their supplicants. And Vikramaditya was exactly like that. Not only that, he had 6 best of the qualities like firmness, daring, and hard work, courage, strength, and valour. These things, anybody who possesses all these qualities, 6 best of the qualities, definitely God always helps him to fulfill his desire. Like a weaver, Vishnu, with his artificial discus and eagle, he could win over the princess Sulochana. And God even came to help the rogue weaver Vishnu. Then immediately King Bhoja said, tell me the story of Vishnu, I never heard it." Then the statue began. In Vindhya Parvat, I mean Vindhya mountain, there was a city. And that city was ruled by a king whose name was Brihatsena. He had a daughter whose name was Sulochana. She was beautiful, she was learned too. And this rock weaver, somehow he saw her and he wanted that at any cost he should get that princess. So one day he went to his other fellows and requested them to help him. So with their help, at least they made for this weaver one discus and one wooden eagle. So every day, using a cord, he could fly. So every day, this rock weaver, he came to meet Sulochana. And first time when he came to meet Sulochana, immediately he said, "You know who am I? I am Lord Vishnu, and I have just come for you, my dear." And Sulochana thought that he was really Vishnu. And she had no objection to meet him. So every day this rock weaver came and met her, passed his time with this princess. In due course of time, the king Brihatsena came to know, and he also thought that yes, he was Lord Vishnu. So he was very happy. And few days later, this king started confronting with the other kings of neighboring kingdom. So they got very annoyed and they thought that this Brihatsena is a very bad king. So let us attack on his kingdom and defeat him. Otherwise, whatever he thinks, he is imposing upon us. And first few times they fought with him and they were defeated by this Brihatsena. But afterwards, Brihatsena, when they combinedly came to attack, at that time Brihatsena couldn't do anything. He thought that Lord Vishnu is on my side, my son-in-law, so I could win over. But ultimately, when some of his soldiers died, he was scared and he ran to his daughter Sulochana. Then Sulochana immediately went to her husband and said, "Look, O Lord, you are Lord Vishnu, and look at the plight of my father and the other countries' kings were engaged with my father in a war, and you should help him, na?" So now this weaver was in dilemma. If he is not going, then he would be exposed that he is not really Lord Vishnu. And if he is going, he is just a normal human. So whatever it is, he thought that I have no other choice and go and join in the war. At last he went and fought with them. At this time, Lord Vishnu, real Lord Vishnu, God Vishnu, he thought that in my name this weaver has disguised. If I would not, if he would be defeated means, and my reputation would be spoiled. So he went, in reality, he fought with the other kings and they were defeated. Sorry. And again he came back to his place. Now when this rock weaver came and saw that they have already won, he immediately went and told his wife Sulochana and the king also, Brihatsena, that don't worry, we have won over. So this is the thing, when a person, because the weaver didn't have any choice, so he went. But Lord Vishnu only helped him because he was determined. He was firm. Either I would die or I would defeat them, but I have to fight. So this determination and firmness helped him to bring the real Lord Vishnu to the battlefield. Lord Vishnu helped him. This is the story about the weaver and the princess. After this, and the statuette kept silent. Then she began, "Listen to me, O king, another incident of King Vikramaditya. Even one day, King Vikramaditya thought, okay, what would I do with all this wealth? Actually, nobody lives forever. And nobody knows the future. Someday, sometime, everybody has to go. So, the money, the wealth we have, it should be spent in a good way." He thought that there are two ways of spending money. Either one should spend it with charity or enjoyment or like a miser, neither to give nor to enjoy. That means that is wastage, waste of money. So he thought that no, hereafter I am going to spend most of the year with a religious charity. So he started helping each, he just went on spending money for his supplicants, and most particularly to the scholars, to the artists, to the poor, needy persons, and like this. He called all over any around his all provisions that let the people of any side should come and collect the help, whatever I can give. And ultimately, he sent one Brahmin to invite the oceans. The Brahmin went to the ocean and very sincerely he went and stood before the ocean. He just worshipped the ocean with flower and some other things, and then said, "O ocean, King Vikramaditya has invited you. Please do come and join with his sacrificial yajna." But when he said all these things, no one responded him. Then he thought, am I a fool that I am standing before a ocean who never knows how to speak? He thought this thing in his mind, and he came back. While he was coming, within a short time, somebody called him. Then he looked back. He saw that a person stood before him and said, "O Brahmin, you came to invite us because King Vikramaditya sent you here. Now listen to me and please give this message to Vikramaditya that we are very much honored and we are very happy to attend the festival. But right now you take these 4 jewels and hand over to King Vikramaditya. This is just a gift on behalf of all the oceans." Then he took it and went away. Everything he said to King Vikramaditya and handed over the 4 jewels. Then King Vikramaditya said, "Okay, but look, honorable Brahmin, the yajna is already finished and I have already given the gift to all people. You are a little bit late, but that's okay. Take all these 4 or choose one of the jewels from these 4. Then the Brahmin said, "O king, let me go and ask my family members, then I will come and take it." Then Vikramaditya said, "Okay, you go and ask." The Brahmin went to his house and asked his son, his wife, his daughter-in-law, everybody, and said the qualities of this jewels that the ocean had already told him. One jewel can produce as much gold as you wish. Second jewel can produce as much food as you wish. The third can produce as much garments as you wish. And the fourth one can produce the army to protect you. These are the 4 qualities of the jewels. So he elaborately said everything. Then all the 4 members of his family, like his wife, his son, his daughter-in-law, everybody demanded some different choice. Then the Brahmin came to King Vikramaditya and said, "O king, I don't want any jewels Because of this, all my family members are at a quarrel. So better you should keep it. Then Vikramaditya asked, why? Why they are quarreling? Now because everybody's choice is different. And I have to take only one jewel. That's why I don't want anything. Please keep it. Then Vikramaditya said, oh Brahmin, don't worry. Take all these 4 jewels with you and go. Then happily Brahmin took all the 4 jewels and went back. The thing is that Vikramaditya never thought of us and them and rich and poor. For him, everybody was equal, and for others, even always he was ready to spare his life. And he never thought that I am a king and others are my supplicant. He was behaving like absolutely like normal people. That is why people loved him. So, the magnanimity King Vikramaditya had, nobody in this earth could have ever. This was the statue said and flew away. Next story, I'll meet you again tomorrow. Thank you so much.